So he says, how does running several times a week affect the knees of a judo wrestler or BJJ athlete? He says he runs approximately 2 to 3 times per week. Doesn't seem excessive to him, especially because he's merely has the cardiac output. But however, he says experiences uncomfortable, heavy feeling in his knees, and when he goes to run, he gets some pain there. He said he's a pretty fast twitch guy, so on max effort days, so I guess he runs a conjugate, really heavy on zerchers and deadlifts. Also, judo is a sport where rotational aspect, yeah. So he said basically, yeah, do you get that question?
Yeah, yeah. Well, so if you look at the evidence, even like marathon runners actually don't have more knee wear and tear. Like it's not like if you're a marathon runner, you're going to have a lot of like osteoarthritis. Um, it so what I'm saying is like running isn't bad. Like him just adding running, even if it's a lot long distance, shouldn't create excessive strain on his knee.
Mhm.
A common theme I'm probably going to say with this is like, I need to do an assessment to try to see like what is actually the problem. Does he potentially have, some stuff I could think about if he had knee pain is potentially if his quad is somewhat tightened and it's pulling up on the kneecap, if his kneecap doesn't have good movement, if he doesn't have adequate ankle mobility, because the ankle doesn't move, it gets loaded up the chain. Potentially, if there's some kind of asymmetry where maybe one leg is stronger than the other, potentially if like he's running, his knee, falls into some kind of valgus, so it's just overloaded. So, you know, I would have to do an assessment, but just running itself shouldn't create pain. If it is, I would just say him just ask him to go get assessed by some kind of physical therapist or healthcare professional who can kind of like watch the way he runs. I
Mhm.
mean, and this is another thing I think is important is like if you're a runner, like go get checked by someone who understands running versus going to see some random person because
Yeah.
like most PTs and ATCs and chiros can like help with some pain, but like getting back to whatever your activity is, like you know he should make if he wants to run, like go see someone who can watch him run. Because what if his running technique is just not good?
Most likely, it is probably something with his gait, and then he's
Yeah,
compensating through the chain because he
yeah,
says if he squats and he's pulling and he's doing all these exercises and there's not really that much pain, then there is something going on when
yeah,
locomotion occurs. So,
yeah.
all right, I hope that answers your question, brother.